What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about cable, or rather getting rid of it, because that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're going digital, fellas. But don't click away yet, you cable and home phone lovers. We got some crucial tips that are gonna help you save some money and get that internet speed that you are paying for. It's super easy, super effective, and you can do it by yourself with no experience. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, cable. So currently, we're being charged a whopping $180 a month for a simple cable and internet bundle from WoW. And not only do we hardly watch cable, but the internet package that we have is the lowest tier that they offer. So this got me thinking about what I can do to lower the cost of my bill while still maintaining a reasonably connected lifestyle. Because we do have a lot of smart devices like the Echo Dots and smart switches, and we do a lot of movie streaming, video game streaming, and pretty much everything is digital nowadays. So we do use a lot of internet already as it is. But as I'm looking over the bill, I'm realizing that all of these bogus charges are coming from additional broadcast TV fees or sports surcharges, all the way down to rental and protection on the modem itself. So putting my thinking cap on, I said to myself, hey, why don't we just cancel cable in general, and then we save ourselves from getting charged all them bogus surcharges, and then we could also get our own modem and save an additional 10 bucks a month. How about that? So that is exactly what we're gonna do. So before we start opening any boxes, I will say for starters that I know that not everyone knows what a modem and a router does in their house, and that's perfectly fine because I didn't know either until I started looking into it. So I'm gonna put it in layman's terms, really quick and simple, just to catch everyone up to speed here. Signal comes into the house from the cable guy, it comes in on a wire, it comes right into your modem. Your modem takes that analog data, transcodes it, does all this crazy shit, turns it into digital data. Then all of a sudden you got ports on your modem where you can plug your phone in. And then you also got one where you can plug your cable in. And then you also got one where you can plug your internet in. That internet then goes to your router. Your router is responsible for sending that data to all the devices in your house. That's pretty much what it is. So depending on your needs, if you do want cable or you do want a home phone, then you're going to need to get a modem that has a cable and a home phone adapter. With that out of the way, let's talk about the modem that they give you. Now, the modems that are rented to you by your service provider like WoW, Comcast, Spectrum, etc., they're almost always going to give you a dual purpose router that looks something like this, and it functions as both a modem and a router in one. Now, these are usually just fine for infrequent users of the internet, but any household that has a few or more internet users is going to tell you that it's anything but fine. They typically have a hard time juggling multiple Wi-Fi users, and then the speeds drop when you have too many people, and sometimes under heavy usage it'll just drop your connection altogether. See, a router and a modem both have two separate purposes, as we talked about, so when you stick them both in the same box, while you do save a little bit of table space, you're hindering your performance. And not only does it hinder your performance, but you're paying 10 bucks a month for it to do it. So in comes the personal modem. You go out, you buy your own modem, you hook it up, and then you never have to pay them the $10 a month rental fee again. Now these things, they range anywhere from like 40 to 200 bucks, so they're not too expensive. Obviously the $200 ones are top of the line. Nobody's going to be really buying those unless they have gigabit speeds or something along the lines of that. Traditionally, they're around 80 bucks, I would say. But you will have to check the ports on it because, like I said, if you do want cable or home phone, you need to make sure that you have those ports on the back to be able to do that. And more importantly, you have to make sure that it's compatible with your service provider. Now, most service providers, I know WoW and Comcast in our area, they have online lists, PDF lists that you can look at, and it will tell you exactly what models are compatible with what internet speeds and all that. So make sure you check that out beforehand because you don't want to come home with something that's not compatible with your stuff. I went with this one because it's compatible with all the network providers in my area and it supports gigabit speed. So when I'm ready to pay for the gigabit, I can definitely upgrade with this. And you're also going to want to factor in how many devices you're going to have connected through your modem and Wi-Fi, because that's going to make a huge difference in the channel number that you're going to aim for when you're buying a modem. Now your channel number is going to be somewhere on your box in a format similar to this. There's a 24 by 8, there's a 16 by 4, and an 8 by 4 channel. Now what those are, the higher number, that's going to be your download channels. So the 24 by 8, for example, that's going to have 24 download channels that are available. And it's also going to have 8 upload channels. That's what the lower number is. And basically that's going to determine how many things you can have going on at any single time on your modem. Now, like I said, these things do range from like 40 to 200 bucks. Most of them that people get are around the $80 range. So factor in the fact that you're going to save $10 a month by not renting, and you'll have this paid off in 8 months, and it'll be practically paying you from that point on. And I mean, it's super easy to set up, and then your provider's not going to have that piece of equipment that they're holding over your head trying to tie you to the service. You can wag your dick around all you want at that point. Now, the router, that's a little less cut and dry when it comes to picking one out. See, I picked this one out in particular mostly because it was the one that was available at my local Best Buy. But not only that, it has fairly high ratings, it supports speeds that I'm not even willing to pay for yet, and it's got a pretty simplistic app supposedly. It's easy to set up, and it's got some type of smart features. Now, I personally don't plan on using any of the smart features that came with this, but I am looking forward to using the USB 3.0 that's on the front of this, and then I can hook up a network drive, and that'll be great. One more quick thing to add before we start breaking any boxes open. I do like to enjoy some cable from time to time, and I do like to watch my Lions lose. My Detroit fans will know what I'm talking about. So we will be testing out various streaming services such as YouTube TV, Sling TV, Hulu Live, etc. We're using YouTube TV right now. It's actually pretty cool. It's only 40 bucks a month. You can use it on up to 6 devices on separate accounts. Unlimited cloud DVR, and it's got like live sports updates and highlights during the game. It's really cool. But we're gonna give them all a try and see which one we like the best. All in all, I'm looking to save around 60 bucks a month or more by switching to digital, and then I'm not limited to one cable box. So anyways, let's start breaking some boxes open and setting some stuff up. This is the Netgear CM1000. Very simple. On the rear you just have a LAN port, the antenna in, and a power cord. You have your indicators on the front to tell you what's going on. Don't know if you can see those. And that's about it. Comes with some Ethernet cables and a power adapter. Very basic stuff. Alright. Next is the Nighthawk AC2300 Smart Wi-Fi router. Let's take that packaging off. Alright, well, you open the box. It's not much to this one either. It's just the router. The quick start guide should get us up and running here soon, and the Ethernet adapters and antennas. Got your indicators on the front just like the other one. USB 3.0 is right there on the bottom of the front, right under the indicators. On the rear you have your ports for your Ethernet. This is the in port that's going to come from your modem, the yellow one over here. Then your USB 2.0 back here for a 2.0 old school hard drive. Then the power adapter again. And it looks like they have little black plugs on here. They just pull right off. Okay, they don't screw on. Just little rubber plugs. You pull these off and then you connect the antennas under them. These antennas are really easy to put on. It's just a little thread on the end of this, and you screw it right into here. It's got threaded receivers on here, so you just put it in there and you twist the end on. Alright, we've got our 3 antennas screwed on. I think we're ready to go. Okay, so the cool thing about having your own equipment is you can place it anywhere you wish. For myself personally, we're on a 2-floor house, so we put it right by the front door. That way we can have Wi-Fi in the front yard, kind of the backyard, upstairs, downstairs, the office. It's all nice and central and local, so keep that in mind when you're going to place your stuff around. Yeah, it's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, people. Then next step is just to take your modem from the cable people, and you're going to unplug everything in the back. Just going to take all this stuff, unplug it. I'm not going to show the entire process of setting this up. The quick start guide does a great job of doing that. But basically, I'm going to sum it up for you. You're going to unplug this. You're going to plug your new one in. You're going to activate it by calling your cable provider. The device itself is going to have the serial number and whatnot on the bottom, so make sure you keep that in mind. They're going to ask for it when you go to activate it. The router, same thing. Follow the instructions. It's very cut and dry. It's simple. And I hope you guys have much luck with your endeavors. We'll catch up after, and I'll let you know if we had any troubles. Alright, well, we did it. Finally cut the cord. Literally followed the instructions to a T. It was super easy to set up. The router itself, it was all set up within a phone app. That was the first time I've ever seen something like that, but it worked out pretty good. all worked out of the box. It was a simple 5-minute phone conversation. Router stuff back there. Gonna have to do some cable management here soon. We got a clusterfuck happening back here. So yeah, that's it. I hope you learned something from this video. Maybe you can save some money of your own. Keep that cable guy out of your pocket. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you if you stuck around this long. Make sure you hit that sub button down below. And I will catch you next time. Peace. Ridiculous.